go into bridging. We are going to move the bottoms of our arches, tops of our heels up onto that foot bar. Let's have our feet as close together as we can get them. Do a double check, make sure that that headrest is all the way down so we're not getting any unwanted flexion or strain in that cervical spine. Good. From here, we're pressing those shoulders down and back, reaching those arms long at our sides, firmly pressing those palms into the carriage. We are going to take a deep breath in, and on our exhale, we are tipping that bucket, moving those hips towards our ribs, lifting those hips off from the carriage, and slowly peeling that spine away. All the way up to the bottom of those shoulder blades. Beautiful. So what we look for in a bridge is a beautiful plumb line from our knees to our hips to the shoulders. Squeeze those glutes. Bring that belly button to your spine. Take slow and controlled breaths. Deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, soften that rib cage. Slowly lower those ribs, your thoracic spine down, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, like you're dropping a necklace on the table, one pearl at a time. Good. Once those hips touch, you're going to take that deep breath in, growing that rib cage wide. Exhale, we're tipping that bucket back onto ourselves, lifting those hips, and slowly peeling away. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Belly button is reaching to that spine. Slow and controlled breaths here. We are holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, soften that rib cage. Slowly lower down. Bringing those hips to the carriage. Good. Again, deep breath in. On our exhale, we are tipping those hips, picking them up from the carriage, peeling that spine away, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Energy is going through those fingers. We're keeping that carriage home. Belly button is reaching to that spine. We are squeezing our glutes, and we are here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, soften that rib cage, slowly lower down. Good. I am going to take this blue toning ball and I'm going to place it right above your knees in that inner thigh. You're gently going to squeeze. It's going to keep your knees from turning in or going out. Take that deep breath in. And on your exhale, we are lifting those hips and peeling that spine away. Good. Squeeze those glutes, belly button to your spine. While we're in this bridge, we are going to pulse that ball. So gently working those inner thighs, we're going to squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower down. Good. Go ahead. Take 2 cleansing breaths in, 2 cleansing breaths out. The next time we bridge, we'll gently keep that ball squeezing between those inner thighs, but you don't have to articulate your spine. You're going to hinge those hips and let your spine follow your hips. Take that deep breath in. And on your exhale, think of like a drawbridge. We're going to lift those hips, lift that spine, find that beautiful plumb line from our knee to our hip to our shoulder. Good. Squeeze those glutes. From here, drop those hips down an inch on an inhale. Exhale, bring those hips back up. Inhale, drop. Exhale, up. And continue with these little pulses. Inhale, lowering an inch. Exhale, lifting back up. Good. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those hips high. Take that deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead, soften that rib cage, lower that thoracic spine, drop each vertebrae like a pearl, one by one. Good. Go ahead, hug those knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side, flex those toes, point those toes as you're hugging and getting that stretch. Okay, so now we are going to do some core work and some stability work. So you are going to take this toning ball. You are going to hinge those hips up just like you did in the bridge, but you're going to take the ball and put it right at your sacrum, right where your tailbone is meeting your bum, and then carefully smush it down. Go ahead, bring your feet up to the foot bar. Good, lift those hips. Make sure that ball is right at the end of your tailbone, right where that sacrum is. And then press it down. Arms are reaching long at our sides. Palms are pressing into the carriage. So from here, we're not only working on that stability, we're working on our transverse abdominals, or those TVAs. So they are the most important core stabilizing muscle for our lower back. It runs between your ribs and your pelvis horizontally from front to back, and that's what acts like a corset for us. So strengthening them helps us stand upright, helps us maintain that good posture, helps us hinge and lift, all while keeping a straight leg and staying balanced. So really make sure those shoulders are back. We have that open collarbone. Arms are reaching long. Triceps are pressing into that carriage along with those palms. You are going to inhale and bring your left leg into tabletop. So that knee is going to come up and stack over your hip. Good. Take a breath. Bring that right leg to meet your left. Beautiful. From here, zip those feet together and flex those toes back towards your shins. Good. Before we do anything, remember our breaths. Our breathing is fueling our exercise, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So our first move, we are going to inhale and lengthen our legs. Good. And then we're going to exhale, pushing that tag of our pants into that ball, and bend those knees, bringing those legs back into tabletop, right here where I could set a tray on. Good. Inhale, press those legs out. Exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, press those legs out. Exhale, pull those knees in. Good. One last time. Press those legs out on your inhale. You're going to hold them here on that exhale. Take another deep breath in. And then your next exhale, go ahead, bring those knees back in. Go ahead, rest those feet on the foot bar. Take a pause. 2 cleansing breaths in. 2 cleansing breaths out. Good. So now from here, our next inhale, both legs are going to come into tabletop together. Good. And then from here, on our exhale, we're going to lengthen those legs to the ceiling. Good. And then point your toes. You can have a neutral, relaxed foot. Keep the core right here engaged. So from here, we're going to imagine that we have a pencil tucked between our 2 big toes. We're holding it nice and tight, and we are going to inhale and draw tiny little circles, moving to the right, going down around to the left, and coming back to center. Keeping those legs together. Go ahead, little circles, drawing it on the ceiling. 6 circles in each direction. Having this movement come from that TVA. We're using those abdominals to motion our legs. Good. Remember to breathe, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through that mouth. You can purse those lips or fog up glasses. Good. And then you're going to reverse those circles. 6 circles going in that opposite direction. Good. Go ahead, bring those legs into tabletop. And then rest those arches of your feet onto the foot bar. Good. And then take an inhale. On your exhale, you can hinge those hips up. Remove that blue ball. And then you can lower those hips down. Go ahead, hug those legs into your chest, flex those toes, gently rock side to side. Good, nice deep breath in. And then big exhale out. Good, we are carefully going to come off to the left of our reformer onto our mat. Okay, so we are going to come to sitting on the mat, just on our bums. Just sit. Let those knees bend up to the ceiling. Good. From here, just slowly lay yourself down, keeping those knees bent to the ceiling. So we're still going to work on those transverse abdominals. We're going to work on that strength, engaging that core. So arms are reaching long at our sides, just like they were when we were on the carriage. We want those feet firmly pressing into the mat, as close together as we can get them. Good. So from here, we are going to inhale. And on our exhale, we're bringing those legs up to tabletop, making sure those knees are stacking over our hips. Those inner thighs are zipped together as we can get them. Those feet are locked. Good. You already have those toes flexing back. That is perfect. So from here, we are going to inhale. And on our exhale, keeping those feet flexed, Keeping those knees bent at a 90-degree angle, we are going to lower those heels down and hover above the mat. Good. And then inhale, pull those knees back into tabletop. Keep those feet flexed. Good. Exhale, push those legs down, hover, hold it there. Inhale, bring those legs up. Keep going with your breath. So while we're doing this, we want to maintain that core stability. We want to keep that tag of our pants pressing into the mat. We don't want those ribs splaying open. If you feel like you're arching your lower spine too much, we can go ahead and modify this move and do single heel taps. So from there, you would exhale and reach one heel down and let it hover. Let that knee come up and then reach that other leg down. And just individually hover those heels above the mat. Good, you have 3 more. Good. Go ahead, lower those feet down. Deep cleansing breath in. Deep breath out. So we are going to turn ourselves around now and find a 4-point plank. So we're going to be kneeling, letting the tops of our feet, our toes be resting on that mat. And then we are going to have long arms, shoulders are stacked over our elbows, elbows are stacked over our wrist. And you want that flat tabletop back. Good, so come into that 4-point plank. You want those knees stacked underneath your hips. Let those feet go flat, don't tuck your toes. Good. Bring your knees in just a little bit more, push that bum out behind you, and then tabletop back. Nope, tabletop back. So bring that belly button to your spine, imagine someone's eating dinner. Good, so from here, just like we did yesterday, we're going into that cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're dropping that abdomen, dropping your spine towards the mat, bringing your tailbone up. Inhale, lift that head. Good, think cow. Exhale, angry cat. Suck that belly button in towards your spine. Lower that head, round your spine out. Get that flexion. Good. Inhale, sink that abdomen, sink that spine. Look at that springboard. Good. Exhale, angry cat. Rounding out that spine, rounding out those shoulders. And go through these motions with your breath. You're working on that spinal extension that we do every day in our movements. It helps keep our backs balanced. It allows each segment of our spine to move freely. You want to include these types of exercises in your everyday routine, since we are not bending like this normally. Good. One more exhale. And then go ahead and find that neutral spine, our tabletop back. You want to keep that core engaged. You want to imagine that that belly button is reaching to your spine. I like to give the cue of, I know you're a man, but you're in high-waisted mom jeans. tight skinny jeans on Thanksgiving after you just ate dinner. That belly button's reaching to your spine's reaching to your belly button, and those sides are coming into each other. You're zipped together like you have on a corset. Hopefully you don't know what that means. From here, you are going to take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, we are just lifting those knees 2 or 3 inches off of the mat and hovering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower those knees. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, just breathe. I'm going to have you go ahead, make sure you're adjusted correctly.